So today marks the day of glory where ancestors 1,572 families who applied and spirit persons who received special liberation received the blessing after completing their spiritual journey to heaven. The Creator Heavenly Parent bestowed the three great blessings upon the first human ancestors with the intention of establishing an eternal object of joy, namely the kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. However, due to the fall of the first human ancestors, what was created instead was hell, a realm of endless sorrow. As a result, creating kingdom of hell on earth and hell in heaven. Though humanity committed sin and fell, Heavenly Parent who witnessed his children suffering in hell did not remain the glorious Heavenly Parent, but became the most sorrowful, pitiful being, even more pitiful than the most unfortunate person in this world. Heavenly Parent became a parent of deep, sorrowful, sad being. Heaven became a parent of pain, parent of suffering. So since the early days, as we listen to this, the deeper our prayer goes, the more we would cry. That's why we are known as the Church of Crying. However, because fallen humans were cut off from the bond of heart, there was not a single person who could know or feel Heavenly Parent's pain. That is why the history of the providence of restoration has been the course to seek only begotten Son and only begotten Daughter who could know and experience Heavenly Parent's heart. No saint could ever feel just like only begotten Son and only begotten Daughter. So that is why the providence has been looking for only begotten Son, only begotten Daughter to be born. Heavenly Parent raised the chosen people centering on the family of Abraham, the father of faith, and after 4,000 years sent the only begotten Son, Jesus. So God gave revelation, sent prophecies through central figures that Jesus is coming, but central figures who had failed to prepare the environment to receive Jesus, and as a result, Jesus was crucified. However, resurrected Jesus made a new promise, saying, I will return, and when I return, I will hold the marriage supper of the Lamb. So he gave us New Testament. After that, through 2,000 years of era of substantial parallel indemnity restoration, he finally returned to Korean Peninsula in 1920. And 23 years later, on the same date, by lunar calendar January 6, 1943, only begotten daughter was finally born. The two men miraculously met, and on March 16, 1960, they held the marriage supper of the Lamb as foretold in Revelation chapter 21, verse 9. This holy wedding was the greatest good news in the history of providence of restoration. Through this, two parents who are the restored human ancestors manifested themselves on this earth. Therefore, the gates was open through which all fallen humans can be reborn as children of Heavenly Parent. So after blessing three families, the scope of blessing was expanded from tribes to nations, the world, and all of humanity. And finally, just 2 days before 360,000 blessed couples blessing in 1995, by blessing three spirit world families, the door was open for all spirit persons to also receive the blessing. Even those from 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, for the forgiveness of sins and rebirth, the blessing must be received on earth. That is the reason for returning resurrection.
지상에서 죄를 지은 모든 죄는 다시 지상에 내려와서
So all the spirit within sins must come down to the physical world, go through indemnity, set the condition for indemnity, and to be reborn and resurrected.
그것이 지상 생활에서 윤의 현상으로, 빙의 현상으로 나타나고 있는 것을 우리는 보게 됩니다.
And we've saw spirits working through people.
참 부모님을 통해서
However, through true parents,
역사적인 문이 열렸으니
such
이것보다 기쁜 소식이
great door, heaven's door has been opened for every spirit to receive blessing, and this is the most sacred, important, and unprecedented blessing bestowed upon everyone. Thereafter, in order to bless both earthly people and spirited people more quickly, all blessed families were asked to become blessed central families and fulfill their mission as tribal messiahs. Thus, every blessed families were entrusted with the responsibility to bless 430 generations of ancestors in the spiritual world vertically and to witness to 430 families on earth horizontally.
책임을 완수하도록 하신 것입니다.
In addition, even collateral ancestors and spirit persons who have borrowed physical bodies to return and resurrect
영계 급이 재림하게 될 때 내려온 중심령까지 정리하는
must be restored so that the realms of liberation and release of the kingdom of heaven on earth in heaven can be completed.
해방권, 석방권을 완성할 수 있는 놀라운 섭리적 책임을 감당하게 되는 것입니다. 따라서 모든 축복 가정들은 이것을
So all the blessed families should never forget about this, the mission of Heavenly Travel Messiah. 430 families, blessing 430 families vertically, and blessing 430 families horizontally on this physical world, and liberating all the spirits and allow them to receive blessing, the spirits that are in your body, in order to restore, in order for realms of liberation and release of the kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven can be completed. That is our responsibility. Dear ancestors who are receiving blessing today, in order to complete such a providence, True Mother has walked an unprecedented and untrodden path, pressing forward beyond proclamation of Foundation Day of Chanago to build a substantial kingdom of heaven. So, our ancestors, we need you to cooperate with us, to work through us in order to realize Heavenly Parents' dream. So at such a time as this, your ancestors who receive blessing and become absolute spirits must actively support the blessed families on earth and assist them so that the will may surely be fulfilled. The stage where your ancestors can communicate and work with the earthly people is Cheonshimwon. As Cheonshimwon's special devotion surpassed 1,000, we have now entered an era in which even spirits can participate in devotion together with people on earth. That is why Cheonshimwon is a hope, a gift, the key to resolve problems through communication with earthly people for the spiritual beings. As a result, 효진님 even sent a message of gratitude to True Mother for establishing Cheonshimwon. Because of Cheonshimwon, they can call out 아버지 어머니. Because of Cheonshimwon, he can send down the songs that he composed to the physical world in order to sing the song to True Mother. And he said, Hyojin was very grateful to True Mother. Today, Spiritual Academy, as True Mother was entering the room, they sang the song Longing Towards the Heaven. And on behalf of Hyojin-nim, they resolved to protect True Mother. They resolved they resolved to protect True Mother and sang the song "I Will Love You with My Life." And True Mother was truly, truly happy to hear and happy to see the pure waters.
힘이
And she said, "As I look at you, I receive a lot of power and strength."
복을 하시고
So she blessed them.
영성 아카데미 회원들을 위해서
And for the spiritual academy trainees, she gave special
하시는
presents
약속의 말씀을 하시기도.
and made such promise, a blessing.
따라서 여러분 조상들도
So all the ancestors
지상인에게
must come down to your descendants and cooperate,
중요한
communicate with your
중심은
descendants in the
통이라는 사실.
physical world through Chunshimon. Please do not forget, Chunshimon is the key for you to cooperate and communicate with the spiritual world. And that's why you must fulfill,
참 사랑을
through Chunshimon, you must fulfill
매일
Family Pledge verse 5.
주체적 천상생
Every day, centering on true love, we must strive to unify subjective spiritual world and objective physical world
맹세한다고
to stimulate such process to be quick,
주체적 천상
to happen faster.
대상적
So,
지상 세계와
Subjective spiritual world and objective physical world, two must resonate, and the tool of resonance is true love.
사랑을
So,
중심하고
centering on true love,
심은 정성을 통해서
through Chunshima devotion, we must get rid of all the obstacles and trials and offer deep prayer. Then the resonance, area of resonance will expand. Going beyond individual, you'll be able to resonate within your family. Going beyond family, you'll be able to resonate within tribe. Going beyond tribe, you'll be able to resonate with the national problems, issues. Asking heaven to protect this nation, you'll be able to offer such prayer with truthful tears.
공명하면서
Once, as you resonate with the problem around the world, with the heart of parent, you'll be able to offer prayer with such high state. And as you expand your area of resonance, you'll be able to see grandparents you've never seen before in the physical world. And going beyond such,
조상의 심정을 공명할 수
you'll be able to resonate with
120대 조상,
all your ancestors.
430대 조상을 공명할 수 있는 공명의 범위가 점점
So you have to expand
이참
the area of resonance,
사랑을
centering on true love. So all of you must offer or live a life of practice through Chunshimon in order to expand your area of resonance.
천주적인 가치를 지닐 수 있는 본연의 인간으로
By doing so, you'll be able to restore yourself as original person. How amazing, how miraculous blessing is this?
공명기도할 때
When you offer one heart resonance prayer through a spiritual world,
어머니의 사랑을 기억하면서
as you think about the mother who ascended spiritual, there was a person who cried as she resonated with
210대를 넘어 430대 조상
her mother.
더 나아가서
Going beyond that,
타락한 인간 조상
as we experience the heart of our ancestor,
기준까지 높여간다.
even going up to the point of our first ancestors
더 나아가서
who were Adam and Eve.
모든
So,
생명의 뿌리 되시는 창조주 하늘 부모님의 심정을 공명할 수 있는
and even going beyond resonating with our very first ancestors of human beings, Adam and Eve, if you can resonate with Heavenly Parent and if you become such children, you'll be achieving greatest victory above anyone else.
지상에서 120살 사는 거
So,
창조주 하늘 부모님의 심정과 공명할 수 있는 사랑을 가질 수 있는 그 인간이 된다면 얼마나
So,
좋겠습니까?
it would be a lot better to live within Heavenly Parent's heart few days, few hours, few years, more than living on this earth 120 years. So after your father ascended the spiritual world,
통일 일 회개 자리에 계시는 어머님의
our true mother achieved perfect oneness with true father, but we never understood true mother's heart, and that
길을 가도록 했습니다.
forced true mother to walk such a lonely path. When true father ascends spiritual world, he ascended in the cosmic level foundation. That's why we had a cosmic blessing ceremony. But after true father ascends into spiritual world, people said that they believe in true father, but they did not believe in true mother. And central figures stood in such position. The cosmic level foundation was lost. And that's why true mother said, I'm the only one left.
거친 사막의 모래 폭풍이 불어 눈을
In a
뜨는
s-
자리에서
in a desert where sandstorm blocks her
작은
sight,
하나를
she was trying her best to find a needle in that desert. That was her heart. That was
인간들에게 보여주기 위해서
so people who are like deaf, who are like mute, who are like blind, she had to show the results to them in order to show them, in order to let them listen to her voice. That's why she offers Shimmer devotion. And on the foundation of appointing her children who understand her heart, as she restored cosmic level foundation condition on the great work of 12th anniversary of True Father's cosmic blessing, cosmic 성화 ceremony,
부모님을 모실 수 있는 천주적인 기대를 세우고 그 자리를
we were able to set a condition at the 1111 Chunshimon Visual Devotion, which was held at World Center. After following Victor 40 edition occasion at autumn great event, great work, 1152nd Chunshimon Vigil was again victorious held at the World Center. So 12 years after True Father ascended spiritual world, we're able to set the universal foundation to attend true parents. And if we already set this foundation at the foundation day, I wonder how fast the providence would have advanced. However, it took 12 years to set this foundation. And after that, following the victory of 40 additional vigils and autumn of great work, 1152nd Chunshimon Vigil was again victoriously held at the World Center, through which was declared, now the tide has turned. Because of this, we have come to experience even greater miracle than before and can move forward with absolute faith.
지금처럼 어렵고 힘든 때가 없지만 우리가 천심원
We're living at a really hard time, but if we become one heart through Chunshimon, we can defeat anything, we can overcome anything. So right now, through Chunshimon devotion, we're looking at Heavenly Parent, True Parents' amazing work and absolute spiritual work. We're witnessing such miracles. And finally, 1205th Vigil, as we enter New Year of this year, True Parents gave us the following motto.
1013년을 선포하셨습니다. 전 세계 축복 가정들은 참 부모와 하나 된 선민으로
True Father proclaimed with the yearly motto that in the 13th year of Cheonrigo, when we create a heavenly parent substantial, let us bless families around the world become true sons and daughters of Cheonrigo who fulfill our responsibility as chosen people in unity with True Parents. True Parents gave us amazing motto. And as people who attend True Mother, the only granddaughter who stands the substantial embodiment of Creator Heavenly Mother, the following blessing was granted. In attending Holy Mother, I pray with gratitude in my name, A, of a blessed family. On this foundation, Cheonwongung Cheon's Sanctum entrance ceremony was victoriously held on April 13th. At that time, Holy Mother Han, True Mother, proclaimed,
오늘부터 마음껏 당신의 자녀들을 품고 사랑하여 주시옵소서.
Heavenly Parent, please embrace, from this day forward, Heavenly Parent, please embrace and love children with all your heart. Since then, Heavenly Parent is right next to us. Do you feel this? Today is the 69th day since the entrance ceremony. As we are holding a blessing ceremony for ancestors, especially liberal spirits, I truly hope that all of you feel Heavenly Parent's true love, having goosebumps, and I truly hope that you make this time in gratitude. But when you close eyes, worries come out, concerns rise up, and you might have nightmares, and that's because you still have not
이 세계는 당신의 주관하에 하나하나 정리되고
settle things down. So that's what True Mother proclaimed. Now this world was set in order one by one under your sovereignty, and the world of one family of humankind attending heavenly parent with true love will surely unfold.
그 세계까지 가려면 여러분
So in order for us to reach the world, we must start from individual to family, tribe,
이제
people, and nation.
이 세계는 이제
So
이제 저는
you must proclaim that
당신의 주관하에
now
하나하나 정리되며 참
my family, my tribe, and myself
인류
will be set in order one by one under your sovereignty, and the world of one family of human attending heavenly parent with true love
가정의
will surely unfold. You must resolve with the individual level, with the family level. If you're in charge of church, if you're in charge of providential organization, all of you must realize that the things that you're responsible for, whether it's church, whether it's organization, whether it's your family, you must settle things, set in order one by one,
사랑으로
centering on true parents' love. You should be able to attend heavenly parent with true love. So you must become such individuals, such families, such churches, such providential organization.
부모님께서 열어놓으셨습니다.
True Mother True Parents has opened such world. So in the name of Holy Mother Han, I proclaim to all of creation that the gates of heaven, the gates of God's kingdom of Chanugok are now wide open.
그렇게 말씀을 하셨습니다.
That's what True Mother proclaimed and told us.
69일째 되는 날
So today is the 69th day since the entrance ceremony. I conclude this message
여러분
with the earnest hope that this blessing will be fulfilled in your lives, and that each and every one of you will take full responsibility
축복식을 통해 여러분들이
to make it so.
거치듯이 새로운 영적 배경을
Just like the fog is clearing out, I truly hope that you will feel, your spiritual senses will open to feel spiritual world.
축복식을 그런 원장
You know, as I became the president of the training center,
많이 했습니다.
I've offered a lot of ancestor blessing
조상 축복
ceremony. And whenever I do it, the ceremony, I always have a new heart. Some people tell me,
한걸 녹화해 가지고 배주면 되지 않습니까?
why don't you just play recorded version? Why are you doing it in person? You did it last way and you're doing this. Why are you doing it that way?
근데 여러분 오늘
But
조상 축복
you must know
조상들은
the ancestors who are receiving blessing,
한 번뿐입니다.
it is their one and only
한 번뿐
opportunity to receive this blessing.
지상에서 성의도 없고
But if we don't show sincerity and just play the video, what would happen?
분위기가 되겠습니까?
The atmosphere, the environment would not be set for our ancestors. So, my brothers and sisters,
단 한 번뿐인 축복식.
the only one and only time of blessing, this blessing is the most sacred event that could happen to anyone.
오늘도
So today,
20가정이 신청한 조상들이
about 1,520 families register for their ancestors to receive blessing. So a lot of blessings are reborn, centering heavenly parents. And I truly hope that you resonate with such heart and go through this ceremony. You receive abundant grace. 아주.
오늘의 시간이 되시길
I truly hope you make this time very grace-filled moment. Thank you. Next, we will proceed with Holy Wine ceremony. Please rise from your seats.
먼저 대표 가정은 단상으로 올라와 주시기 바랍니다.
Please represented families, please come up to the stage.
성주식에 대해 안내드리겠습니다.
Let me first explain about the Holy Wine ceremony. This is the time when ancestors from first to the 430th generation, along with special and liberated spirits, will partake the sacred wine, Holy Wine ceremony. By partaking the Holy Wine, we purify the original sin and change the blood lineage in this solemn ritual.
오른손으로
Hold the holy wine cup with your right hand and support it with your left hand.
오른손을 받쳐 올리시기 바랍니다. 눈높이 정도까지
While holding the cup up to eye level, please wait for a moment until the ancestors and special liberated spirits
흠양할 때까지
to partake the holy wine.
기다리시면 됩니다. 성주위원들은 성주잔을 거두어 주시기
Holy wine officials, please collect the holy wine cups.
바이슈 시대 구다사이. 다음은 성수식이
Next, we
있겠습니다.
will have holy water ceremony.
오늘 축복을
The
받은
ancestors from 1st to the 430th generations and special liberated spirits who will receive today's blessing are preparing to receive the holy wine, holy water in an orderly manner beside you. Holy water officials, please take your positions. Holy water officials, please distribute the holy water evenly and generously.
다음은
Next, we'll have the marriage covenant ceremony. The marriage covenant ceremony is where the ancestors, especially liberated spirits who are receiving the blessing, will respond to the covenant. However, we would like all the descendants who are present here to join in this moment as well. When the officiator conducts the marriage covenant, please respond loudly with yes. Marriage covenant. You are the eternal and true spouses who have completed heaven's original creation ideal. You have formed an eternal and true love bond as a couple and will reincarnate on earth to cooperate according to the will of your descendants. You will guide your descendants to contribute to the entire unification movement, humanity, and Heavenly Parent. You will inherit the tradition established by true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. You will pledge to complete an ideal family that aligns with the vision of the heavenly kingdom. Do you promise to fulfill this covenant? Next, we will have officiators will offer benediction for us. Respected Heavenly Parent, beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, going beyond 천왕궁 천의 sanctum entry ceremony, we have approached 69 days since the entry ceremony, and we are offering 1,688 효정 첨보 special workshop. We have a lot of trainees have gathered for this workshop, and we are going through this blessing ceremony, and about 1,520 families registered for their ancestors to receive blessing, and they have received blessing through this ceremony, and going through liberation and releasing of spiritual world. You have bestowed amazing grace through this ceremony, and we're truly grateful for this historical moment of blessed ceremony. We were fortunate to meet, know, understand, and see true parents. So as blessed families, in order to accomplish our mission of Heavenly Tribe Messiah, we are putting utmost devotion. And on this foundation of devotion, our ancestors and our spirits were liberated and went through the workshop through the Hyungjin Training Center and came down to the physical world again to receive blessing from Heavenly Parent true parents. This is an amazing moment where they can liberate their sins, all the sins they've created throughout their life. They walked such a hard life in the spiritual world. They had the title of sinner within their heart, that they have been persecuted throughout, not just in the physical world, but in the spiritual world. And Heavenly Parent, you have embraced all their sins, liberated their sins, and forgave their sins. How can we ever pay back all the love, grace, and blessing you bestowed upon us? Even Adam and Eve committed original sin, eventually fell into the hands of Satan, but that could never be liberated. And there were countless people who received the lineage of fallen people, and no matter how much people practice within their life, they could not liberate their original sin. Even though Jesus Christ came on this earth, He was the one who could liberate people's sins. He could only forgive some of the sins. He could not liberate every sin. If we met only God's daughter and became true parents, He would have given the blessing already, give rebirth to them and resurrected them so that fallen humanity can liberate all the sins they have committed. He could have embraced all fallen humanity as His children. However, He couldn't fulfill His mission, and so He was crucified And he promised to return as he was dying. And he promised to hold the marriage supper of the Lamb once he returned. And so Christians, he set foundation for Christian, and through Christian we know that we've been waiting for a return of Jesus. On this foundation, through countless numbers of lives being sacrificed, true parents finally were manifested, and they were able to bestow such miraculous blessing to us. Despite all the persecutions they have faced, they endured everything only for the cause of restore people, to save people. And through blessing, it went up to the world level, and eventually they will lead us, let your parents to open an era where spiritual beings can also receive blessing. On this foundation, you have set up a new beginning through a foundation day of Cheonwoo-gu, and finally we've entered this year, this era, where we held opening ceremony of Cheonwoo-gu Cheonwoo Center, where we can substantially attend Heavenly Parent. On this year, where Heavenly Parents are governing through administration office through Cheonwoo-gung. On this day, all the blessed families, many blessed families are gathered here to bless their ancestors in the spiritual world. You have bestowed amazing grace to us. Please allow all the blessed families to receive heaven's fortune, and all the ancestors, all the spirits who are receiving blessing came here to receive such blessing, to receive heaven's fortune. So please allow them to remember this forever, so that they can cooperate with their descendants in the physical world, so that they can be mobilized in the spiritual world too, in order to fulfill Heavenly Parents' words on this physical world. So please, by cooperation of spiritual world, allow every individual to become heavenly individual, heavenly family, heavenly tribe, heavenly people, heavenly nation, heavenly world. So I truly, truly hope that you make this time for a new beginning for everyone who are here today. And by doing so, with new resolution, please allow all of us to attend Holy Mother, Heart True Mother, so that all of us can become brothers and sisters around the world, to become one family of the Heavenly Parent, so that we can create kingdom of heaven on earth, create the world peace, create a heavenly unified world. So please, through this blessing they're bestowing today, Heavenly Parent, True Parents, please let your dream to be fulfilled earlier, faster, quicker. Please allow our faith to reach up to the absolute level of absolute faith, so that Center of Cheonwoo-gung, please allow all the spirits to come down, to be mobilized through us, to work through us, and please allow all the spiritual world to work through myself, ourselves, our family, our tribe, our nation. And by doing so, darkness will shed away, and through Cheonshimon, we will, as we listen to sorrowful, sad heart of the spiritual world, please allow us to fulfill our mission of the Heavenly Tribe Messiah in order to liberate everyone's sorrowful, sinful, sad heart. True parents, they knew Heavenly Parents' pain, suffering, tears, and they resolved to move forward, even if it means they had to sacrifice their life. We witnessed their path, and they had to let Hyungjin-nim and Hyojin-nim to assess spiritual world, even sacrificing their lives for true parents to fulfill their mission, to their responsibility, and they have made great victory, foundation of filial son. And also our Taemonim, who has led Cheonbo Providence, she asked if she can keep all the burdens of true parents to go to accomplish on behalf of true parents. And she has pioneered the history of Chombo for all of us here today to have this amazing foundation. Even in Heavenly Tribe Messiah, we should offer, as Heavenly Tribe Messiah, we should offer a prayer. Heavenly, if you have any burdens you're taking, please allow us to share such burden. And if you offer such prayer and move forward with such heart, you will receive amazing blessing. And the more, and if we move forward with such heart, we could allow Heavenly Parent and true parents, especially Holy Mother, True Mother's burdens to be lessened, to feel more comfort, to feel comforted through us. And I truly hope you make us to make this time for all of us to resolve to set a new course, new resolution. All those ancestors, spiritually liberated spirits who are receiving blessing, they have become the original selves. The true children of Heavenly Parent and true parents, they have become true owner of Charigo. This is amazing grace that you bestowed upon us. And please allow all of us to receive heaven's fortune, amazing heaven's fortune. And by physical world beings resonating with spiritual world, please allow us to have a new resolution to move forward. Please allow us to make this time such precious time. In attend the Holy Mother Heart, I pray with gratitude and offer my blessing in my name, Igisong, of a blessed family. 아주.
다음은
Next